Thanks very much, David Morgan. It's a pleasure to be with you guys here today. Today, I want to talk to you about our flagship Awilco. We've just put out a PEA. We just announced it to the market a couple of weeks back. I'm going to present the update for that, plus some really exciting growth potential that we've got at Tinker with the Sylvia copper gold discovery that we just announced. So our flagship property is the Awilco zinc silver project, and it's one of the best undeveloped zinc deposits in the Americas. The PEA shows that it has the potential to be a top 10 global zinc producer. The PEA has an NPV 8% of $433 million US dollars with a strong IRR, and that's at a spot price of $1.20 zinc. If we use current spot prices, you can see on this diagram that the value is a heck of a lot higher. We also have a tin resource. The tin was not incorporated into the PEA, and we'd like to incorporate that as we go further down the road with more work. In addition, as I mentioned, we've made a new grassroots copper gold discovery. That's really exciting for us, so looking forward to telling you about that. We've got a fantastic team down here in Peru. I'm currently in Peru. Unfortunately, I couldn't be with you today, but that's why I'm talking from Peru today. And we've got some really strong partnerships with Buenaventura and Nexa as key shareholders for Tinker. This is the top 10 global zinc production slide if we were producing today based on the PEA. So we'd actually be the 8th largest zinc mine in the world. So this project really has a lot of potential, huge resource, and a lot of value sitting up there in the ground at Awilco. Apart from zinc, which is an essential commodity for the modern world and critical for steel production and transport infrastructure, also for human development, there's a number of metals that we have at Tinker that really are essential for the green energy revolution, including, of course, silver. Silver is an important addition, important value add at Awilco. It's key in it as an industrial metal, but also obviously as a store of wealth, and really important solar panels, electronics. And tin, of course, is the most valuable of base metals. It's 10 times the value of zinc, and it's essential in electrical circuits and mobile phones. Of course, well, we all know about Dr. Copper. We can't do without copper. As a snapshot for Tinker, this is a summary. We've got 340 million shares issued, market capitalization approximately 68 million Canadian. We've got a strong cash position, and we have a really excellent management team and supportive directors and shareholders. This is where we're located in one of the world's key best base metal belts, central Peru. Peru is a major producer of copper, zinc, silver, and tin. Mining is critical to the economy in Peru, and we're confident that things are going to continue moving along as they have been for years now in Peru, on the Peru mining space. Now we're going to zoom in on this area in central Peru, but before we do, base metals have been running hot. Zinc is certainly hot, copper's hot, tin's hot, everything's hot. So we have all those metals, guys. So take a close look at Tinker, and you realise that there's a lot of value sitting in this company. Again, the flagship property is Awilco. We've got nearly 9 billion pounds of zinc in the ground, 3 million pounds of indicated resources, and nearly 6 billion pounds of inferred zinc. Billion pounds of zinc and inferred resources, plus very meaningful silver that comes along on top of the zinc that occurs with it, along with lead. And I mentioned the tin and also Coquipukro, which is a silver oxide deposit, which actually brought us into this property in the very first place. Here's the map of central Peru. We have excellent infrastructure, really good roads, port, only 200 kilometers away, just outside of Lima. We've got a zinc refinery just outside of Lima. We're anticipating sending all of our zinc concentrates to. The road that goes through Awilco, past Awilco, is in the process of getting paved. We've got supportive local communities, and we're surrounded by lots of mines. This is a claim map showing our claims split into the two projects, Awilco in red and the Sylvia project, which is our new project, in blue. We're now one of the largest claim holders in central Peru, with over 460 square kilometers of claims, again, surrounded by mines. We put both of these claims into two separate companies, and it allows us to do to think about essentially dealing both projects separately down the road. We own both projects 100%. This is a plan view of the resources at Awilca. The different colours are the different areas. The highest grade areas are actually in red, which is the area known as south. The blue area is west, and those are our where our indicated resources are. You can see the density of drill holes is higher in those areas. The resource is still open to the southwest and to the south. Now, the tin zone is highlighted by the grey, and you can see that it's overlapping those other colours. Now, this is what it looks like in cross section. This is straight out of our PEA. The tin zone is shown here in grey black down below. Now, the geology you see is kind of like a dome. The green rocks underneath are domed up, and that's right where our deposit sits, inside of this blue rock, which is a limestone. And the massive sulfides have come in and replaced those limestones and formed some really large, thick, high-grade zones of mineralisation. This blue area is the west, and the green area here is the central zone. This slide here is a section in the opposite direction. So we're now looking west, and you can see this is the south zone, our highest grade, thickest deposit. We've got nearly 250 meters, 300 meters here of beautiful high grade zinc sulfide mineralization at south. Now, for those who like numbers, this is a summary of our resources. I won't dwell on this. If you want to check out the numbers of the resource tables, please go to our website or review the presentation that we've got at our booth. Now, this is the exploration potential showing the gravity, or we could equally show the magnetics. And this highlights really the potential that we have around the existing resources. That the zinc is always on the edge, or the best zinc is always on the edge of these geophysical anomalies. And you can see there's a lot of anomalies here that have not yet been drilled, including the area that we call far south, the area that's called Zone 3, and the valley only has a couple of holes in it. So there's a heck of a lot of potential still at Awilca associated with these geophysical anomalies. Now, in the mine plan for the PEA, this is what it looks like. We've got 1.5 kilometres of strike west to east, starting in south and west, and eventually ending up in east and central over the years. This is the zinc production over the life of mine in the PEA, 15, 16-year mine life. You can see that there's higher grade and higher metal production in those first few years, which really drives the value of the project. And the project is obviously sensitive to zinc price. As I mentioned, we used $1.20 for our base case, and the current spot price is up near $1.50. So obviously the value at the current spot price is much higher than what we claimed in our PEA. Now, the remaining time, I'm going to talk about Sylvia, our exciting new discovery, which we acquired from BHP just a few months back. It's a large area of claims, 260 square kilometres. BHP did some of the hard work for us. They identified these anomalies by doing airborne geophysics. Now, I'm just going to focus here on this area that we call Sylvia Northwest. We've been up there sampling in the last few weeks, and we've actually got grades at surface at this thing that this part of the property that we call Area A is copper grades up to 12% in outcrop and gold grades up to 18 grams per tonne. So it's really exciting time for us. This is what Area A looks like. We're looking here to the south. We've got skarns, which are shown here by this darker colour in this valley, and it's really just a window inside of this valley that's exposed beneath these limestones, which are above. Here we go. There's this nice skarn mineralisation that exposed up to 100 metres across. You notice that there's a lot of scree or rubble which has come down from the sides of the slopes, which is covering the outcrops. And we believe there's a potential for this mineralisation to be much bigger than what it currently shows at this 100-metre width. And we've just released some trenching results. We included a trench here of 46 metres at 1.9 grams per tonne gold and 0.8% copper. And as part of that 46 metres, there's a 6-metre zone going 12.8 grams per tonne gold and 2.7% copper. So really nice high-grade mineralization. Very rare to see this sort of stuff in a grassroots property in the middle of a mining belt. This is what the mineralization looks like. Beautiful scar mineralization. The green is garnet and sulfides, and you can see the oxide copper just coming through with this green color here in this slide. So what's coming forward in terms of the work programs for Tinker? We've got some really busy programs ahead. We've completed our PEA at Awilka. We've done our resource expansions. We're now focused fully on the Sylvia prospecting. We're going to be working there for the next few months, and then we're working hard on getting the drill permits, and we're going to go all out to try to drill Sylvia, subject to permitting in 2022. There is going to be a bit of a permitting process involved, but we really think it's important that we get it permitted as quickly as possible, and we'll be working hard to do that. But in the meantime, there's going to be lots of surface results coming through from Sylvia. And from Awilka, we're planning a 10,000 meter drill program next year to firm up the resource, increase the size of our indicated and measured resources, but also look for some more discoveries at Awilka to keep growing that beautiful zinc project that we've got there. So that's the summary of what's going on at Tinker. Please, if you're at the conference, please go and visit Mariana at our booth. And there's a Q&A session about to take place at the end of the session. So come and join me then. I'll be more than happy to answer some questions from you. See you then, you guys. Bye.